fractured Republican Party. With us now, Tammy Bruce, a syndicated radio host, Fox News political analyst, and author of The New American Revolution, and Michael Crowley, a senior editor at The New Republic. So, Tammy, got to go to you first. You've been quite outspoken about McCain. You saw Mitt Romney make the effort to unite the party behind McCain. Your turn, Tammy.
Well, obviously, today was very disappointing. Finally, my coming to Romney, it was really a comfortable place. And he gave a rousing speech that really were a bunch of examples of why he should stay in. I was hoping that he'd move for a brokered convention because, as you noted earlier in your program, the Democrats have, just in numbers, have outvoted the Republicans in the primary season 2-1. I listened to McCain's speech. Frankly, I was surprised that I liked it as much as I did, but the problem is all of us who, regardless of the letters after our names, who consider ourselves conservative, we want to believe that he would uphold certain conservative values, but when he talks about limited government and lower taxes, and then he's for a guest worker program and amnesty, and then he talks about an end to entitlements and earmarks. Those things don't jive. An amnesty program and a guest worker program is probably the biggest entitlement and earmark program that could ever exist. The same with global warming and his embracement of that.
All right, so
that
Tammy,
invites government intervention. So I'm troubled.
You don't agree with him on everything, and in fact, that's something that John McCain acknowledged today, saying, hey, I'm not going to agree with you all on every single thing, but has he won you over?
Not after one speech. And it's not just about disagreements. I have to tell you, this is about a man contradicting himself. I want to know that his speech today isn't simply pandering to an audience and telling them what they want to hear. This is really about the future of the country, really a true commitment to conservative principles. His actions in the past, while some have reflected
Michael,
that, many have not.
In here. So what does McCain do? I mean, you know, you hear people like Tammy, and she's not the only one, who are, at best, deeply skeptical and suspicious. What does he do?
Well, you know, he can't change his record, and it's always going to be a problem for him. Part of what he can do, I think, is what politicians do, win over his critics by the force of his personality. He's come really far in American politics by virtue of seeming like someone who speaks honestly, who people respect for his life story and for his willingness to say, I disagree with you on issue X, but I agree with you on issue Y. I think a lot of this is going to be premised on him trying to demonstrate that he has sort of a kind of character and a degree of honesty that people can respect. Number two, there's actually a kind of a political reaching out. Apparently, he's trying to connect with, for instance, talk radio hosts around the country, talk to them directly, say, what are your concerns, what can I tell you? Number three, bring out conservatives who can vouch for him, like Tom Coburn and Virginia Senator George Allen, former senator who was there today. Just try to present a unified front as much as he can and emphasize areas of agreement. And finally say, I'm better than the Democrat.
Both Tammy and Michael. Tammy, you first. You know, can McCain unite the GOP? We shall see. How about this? How about Obama? Can Hillary stop him, or is this a done deal?
Oh, she doesn't have to stop him. No, this is helping. He should absolutely naturally be the second on the ticket. Why should she stop him? They can unite and
He's
go
ahead
together.
Of her.
Oh, well, but there's a difference in, when it comes right down to it, you're looking at, indeed, age and some level of experience versus a man who is relatively young and clearly has much less experience. I think it would be unnatural to have it be an Obama-Clinton ticket. But when it comes to McCain, you know what he could counter with, and I was very impressed with Tom Coburn today. He is almost the antithesis. He represents what authentic conservatives, our positions are, on the issues where McCain is the most troubling. So it's attaching either Governor Romney or someone like Senator Coburn could be very, very good for McCain.
Okay, guys, unfortunately, we're going to have to leave it there today, but we will have you back very soon. Tammy Bruce and Michael Crowley, thank you so much.
Thanks, you guys.
A vote against the Marines may cost